What is up, everybody? Today I'm going to rank the Iron Maiden cover arts, just the studio albums, but there are 17 of them, so pretty big body of work to go through and talk about here. Did Megadeth the other day. It was the first time I've ever ranked just the cover arts of a band. Got some pretty positive feedback. People were suggesting I do Iron Maiden, obviously, because Iron Maiden is one of the best cover art bands of all time. They're one of the best bands just in general. They're in my top 5 all-time bands, so I love them. And of course, I was getting some douchebag comments. I always get a couple of them. People like, oh, it's about the music, not the art, poser, all this. Like, what the hell? Dude, I'm saying it's just the artworks here I'm talking about. I've ranked their whole discography based on the music in the past. And if you say you don't judge the art and rank it and look at it and talk about it, you're a liar. Everybody does, especially with a band like Iron Maiden. So I've got all these on some form of physical format, except for one, which I'll get to. But I'll get into the list here. My number 17, their worst artwork. I think everybody can pretty much unanimously agree on this. That is Dance of Death from 2003. The guy who did this artwork, his name's Dave Patchett. I mean, I've never looked much into who does the artworks, but I did for this video. He did the Cathedral artwork as well, which is like a classic doom metal band. And if you look at their first couple of album covers, you can definitely tell the resemblance here. I mean, this just looks pretty bad. Looks like something out of a late 90s PC game. You know, Eddie's over there kind of like looking like the Grim Reaper, which is all right, I guess. But overall, this is just a pretty bad looking cover. So it's at the bottom, and I think it will be for most people. Number 16, I've got The Final Frontier from 2010. I've never really cared for like the whole space Eddie looking thing, looking kind of like an alien. Just not that interesting to me. Might be to some of you, that's cool, but that is my number 16. Number 15, I am going to go with the Book of Souls from 2015. Just kind of not much to it. It's Eddie sitting there with a black backdrop. But I will say, if you open this up, which is a massive like gatefold on the inside, that would have been much better cover art. The 6 guys in the band with Eddie back there, I think that looks super cool. But yeah, not much to this. I mean, Eddie looks all right, but that's my number 15. Number 14, I'm going to go with the X Factor, which came out in 1995. The concept is okay. I just don't think it looks that great. It's like Frankenstein themed. You're getting Eddie pulled apart, and I think at least that's what I'm getting from it. But reminds me of Frankenstein. And there is the alternate cover, which is him like in an electric chair. I think that this one is better, but just again not that great to me. And I've been meaning to say, everybody that's doing the artworks, The Final Frontier was Melvin Grant. I didn't write the Book of Souls down, so if you know who did the art, I guess you can comment it. The X Factor was Hugh Syme. And my number 13 is Derek Riggs, who did all of their classic art for the most part, all the way up through No Prayer for the Dying. Then he came back for Brave New World, but that is the self-titled debut I'm going to put at number 13. It's not a bad cover art, but I mean, this is the remastered version as well. The red eyes are not on the original, but it's a pretty similar cover, so I'm showing it. Not bad, just again, not much to it. But yeah, that's my number 13. It's a like iconic, classic cover, but got to be a little down for me. Number 12, I'm going to go with Peace of Mind, which is if we're talking about just the music, it's my second favorite Iron Maiden album. But the cover art, I mean, it's not bad. They've got a lot more that are better to me. It's Eddie in a rubber room, straight jacket on, he's chained up. The Trooper is my favorite Iron Maiden song, and I've got the art for the Trooper tattooed on my arm. But yeah, that's my number 12. Number 11, I'm going to go with No Prayer for the Dying, which was the last one with Derek Riggs doing the art for a while, as I said. I think it's a pretty cool cover. Eddie, like, holding the guy over a ledge about to drop him. And I think this is a pretty underrated, overhated on album, I will say, as far as the music goes. Number 10, I'm going to go with Seventh Son of a Seventh Son from 1988. Derek Riggs again. Looks pretty cool. I like the blue. It's in like an Antarctic Iceland up there. Got half Eddie holding out an organ. So looks pretty cool. And I also really like this. That looks super awesome. But yeah, the cover I got at number 10. Number 9, I'm going to go with Fear the Dark, which this one, the guy who did the art was Melvin Grant again. Looks cool. Like the darkness, the full moon. Eddie basically is part of the tree reaching out to grab something. Looks pretty creepy to me, so that's a good one. The rest of these are all good, but that's number 9. Number 8 might be a bit higher for some people. It's my flag here. I've got it on vinyl over there and on CD. Powerslave, great album. Got the ancient Egyptian theme here with Eddie right there in the middle. Pretty cool. So that is my number 8. Number 7, I'm going to go with the return of Derek Riggs, Brave New World. Took it out of the case because the case is kind of messed up, but got kind of this utopian society, it looks like, and with like the storm clouds rolling in. You got Eddie's face in the clouds. Kind of creepy. Really cool, I think. And I think it's on the CD as well, which is pretty cool. Eddie's face there in the clouds. But that is my number 7. Number 6, I'm going to go with one that is probably their worst album, I'd say, but I think it is a good cover art. That is Virtual XI or Virtual 11 from 1998. Got kind of like a perfect little world down there with this kid with basically a virtual headset on. And then here comes Eddie looking like a demon. Just always thought it was a cool cover. As far as the music goes with the 2 Blaze Bayley era albums, I think that some of the music's okay, but just his voice didn't really fit. Like Future Real sounds awesome at the beginning, then he starts singing, which isn't great. But that's a cool album cover at number 6. Now number 5 is the one I don't have. I was reaching for it, but I don't have it, and that is Senjutsu, the newest one. I think it's awesome. I got the kind of Japanese samurai warrior theme there. The Samurai Eddie is really cool, holding the sword, and I don't have it because I saw it in the store around the time it came out on vinyl, and I'm pretty sure it was $50 if I'm recalling. Didn't want to spend that. It's not that great of an album. I mean, it's not terrible, but I'm not about to drop $50 on it. But it is a really cool album cover. Number 5, Senjutsu. Number 4, and Melvin Grant was the guy who did Virtual 11, forgot to mention. I didn't write down who did Senjutsu because I was looking and there was like 3 people, and Steve Harris also helped with the concept and design. So yeah, that was number 5. The top 4 are pretty tough for me because I think they're all very awesome. My number 4, I think I'm gonna go with Number of the Beast. Got it on vinyl, classic cover. Got Eddie here. Got the devil. He's kind of holding him like a puppet. Very cool background, like colors and stuff going on. Very cool. Number 4. Number 3, I'm gonna go with Somewhere in Time, which I really like the futuristic theme to this. Got Eddie holding the gun, and just I think all the futuristic looking city back there looks really cool. And this is my favorite Iron Maiden album. I think it is one of my top 15 albums of all time by anybody. A masterpiece, and it's got really cool artwork as well. Number 2, I'm going to go with Killers, 1981. Both of these last 2 have been Derek Riggs. As I said, he did all of their 80s material. It's not a whole lot to it, but it's Eddie looking like a beast here. Got that bloody hatchet. There is like a hand down here, which is implying he just killed. The album's called Killers. Killed somebody. I've always thought this one was a really, really awesome art. And my number 1, which could be a slightly unpopular pick here, but I'm going to go with The Matter of Life and Death, which was done by Tim Bradstreet. Or he was the main guy. I think a couple guys helped with it. But I think it's a really awesome art. Really cool concept and design. It's got a big tank with Eddie on it holding a gun. I like the flags and like this emblem here with Eddie in the middle, the guns, the soldiers walking ahead. Really dark, kind of dark atmosphere to this, which there's some pretty dark songs on here. I think Lord of Light is one of their darkest songs and one of their best songs of all time, honestly. I put it in my top 20. But yeah, Awesome art, and that is my personal favorite, and that was my ranking of the Iron Maiden studio album art. So give me your ranking in the comments. Always cool to see what you guys think, and until next time, thank y'all for watching.